We spend so much time and energy worrying about complex malware and, these shadowy hackers. But what if the biggest threat to your email security was something you do every single day, something hiding in plain sight? Just think about this for a second. What if your absolute biggest security risk wasn't some sophisticated cyber attack, but a simple, everyday typo? I know, it sounds almost too simple to be a real threat, right? But as we're about to see, it's one of the most overlooked and most dangerous issues in our digital world.
So, what we're talking about here is the misaddressed email. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's an email you sent to the wrong person just because of a tiny typing error. Like in this example, you mean to type company.com, but oops, your fingers slip and you type company.com. Just one wrong letter and boom, sensitive information is suddenly in completely the wrong hands.
And that simple mistake right there that brings us to our first big idea, viewing the typo itself as a legitimate threat. It's really time we start taking these small errors a lot more seriously.
Now, here's the really scary part. Your firewall can't stop this. Your fancy antivirus software? Totally useless against it. See, this isn't a hack. It's a human error. One single wrong letter that just sails past all those expensive security tools and creates an instant security incident. And because these little typos just bypass all of our traditional security measures, they've become a massive, overlooked security risk.
Right about now, you're probably thinking, okay, sure, it happens, but is it really that common? And the answer is a huge, resounding yes. This is not some once-in-a-blue-moon problem. It happens way more often than most people, and honestly, most companies even realize. Okay, get ready for this number. A report from Abnormal AI found that a staggering 98% of security leaders, we're talking about the top experts in the field, rank misdirected emails as a significant risk. That means they see it as a bigger problem than insider threats and right on par with major malware campaigns. The people who know are absolutely ringing the alarm bells on this. So, who's in the hot seat? Well, the data shows that industries handling tons of sensitive information get hit the hardest. We're talking about healthcare, finance, and legal firms. These sectors report hundreds of these incidents every single year. And let's be clear, every single one of those is a data breach.
And the consequences that come with these breaches, well, it means the situation is often a whole lot worse than you think.
Let's just put this into perspective for a minute. We all know about phishing attacks, right? We get trained to spot them. But misaddressed emails are actually way more insidious. A phishing attack can be spotted, it can be stopped, but a misaddressed email? That is an instant data breach the second you hit send. It completely bypasses all that user training because it's not about spotting a threat from the outside. It's about a simple mistake on the inside.
And the fallout from just one wrong keystroke is, well, it's severe. First off, every single incident is technically a data breach. Full stop. That can then trigger major compliance violations under rules like HIPAA, GDPR, or CCPA. And that leads to some really hefty financial penalties. We're talking fines that can easily start in the five-figure range. All from a single typo.
Okay, I know. That is a lot of doom and gloom. But here is the good news. Let's talk about 3 incredibly simple fixes. And you know what the best part is? You don't need to be a cybersecurity wizard to fix this. The solutions are surprisingly simple, and they're things that any organization, or hey, even just you as an individual, can put into place.
So what can you actually do? Here are 3 easy ways to stop this threat, and they all work by basically interrupting our brain's autopilot mode. First up, delay send. Most email programs let you set a delay of a few seconds. This gives you a critical window to realize your mistake and slam that undo button. Second, double entry. If you're sending sensitive info outside your organization, just require the address to be typed in twice. It's a simple check that forces you to pause and verify. And third, external email alerts. Use those big, bold banners that pop up and warn you, hey, you're about to send this outside the company. It's a simple visual cue to just stop and double-check.
All right, let's bring this all home by talking about securing your keystrokes.
I think this quote from the source material just sums it up perfectly. The smallest mistakes create the biggest headlines. It is such a powerful reminder that in the world of data security, the size of the error has nothing to do with the size of the fallout.
And that's really the big idea I want you to walk away with. Cybercriminals, they get all the attention, but your biggest threat might just be good old-fashioned human error. Those quiet, everyday typos can cause just as much damage, racking up breaches one misaddressed email at a time.
So, I'm going to leave you with this question.
The next time you've written an important email and your cursor is just hovering over that send button, are you just going to click, or are you going to take that extra second to double check? Because that one moment really could make all the difference.